Hi, I'm just going to find some paperwork first before I get into this particular video, just to prove some stuff. Just a second. Here we are. I don't know if you can see this clearly. And just wait one more second. I have one more book to show you while I'm doing it. I'll sing a song. I'm singing a song, just singing along, for I'm happy. Hello, I showed you that because I need to show you this too. See this? Okay, now you're wondering probably why, and again I'm going to be reading, so this one's a little bit longer. I'm still wide awake. It's not really my fault. I was trying to sleep. I live in a complex and I live on the ground floor. On the top floor, around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, the lady starts stomping. Instantly awake. What can I say? Anyway, hello. How are you all doing? Today I'm going to address that when you Google my name, which is Jem, J-E-M, Amber, A-M-B-E-R, Stone, S-T-O-N-E, the first thing you do in Google search comes up with 2020 charges of meth. Firstly, I will admit I once was an addict, but I'm here in this video to clear my name. Even though in November 2020 I pled guilty on all 3 charges, I was actually innocent of 2. Let me please explain. I was first charged the 19th of January 2020, but I got an adjournment to get medical documents, but because of the charge, my license got suspended. My court date for that charge was the 6th of Feb, the very day my husband was admitted to hospital, never to come home again. I then applied for a special license so I could visit him and it was granted. A month after he died, which was May, I got pulled over by the police and due to grief, I hadn't read conditions properly. I was not allowed out to 9 AM, but I thought it said 8 when the chemist opened and I had to go to the chemist every few days. So I was guilty of breaking those orders, but because I was pleading innocent on the first charge, the second I should never have got my license suspended. But anyway, I was also done for meth while I was driving, but I hadn't used in weeks, but thought, oh well, the test says positive, so it's positive. On that note, police had had history given by me that I never would drive if I knew a drug was in my system. I said to the prosecutor, I'll plead guilty for May, but I'm innocent to read January. But they made the decision to hear all the matters at once. Now COVID delayed things, but I arranged heaps of professionals to write on my behalf to prove my innocence. At a court hearing, prior to the last court hearing in November, the judge told me if I was going to prove innocent, I was not allowed to present any written evidence. I was dumbfounded. The police could, but I couldn't, and without my paperwork, I didn't have a case. The judge continued to say that my doctor had to be either present or contactable by phone on the date set in November, which my doctor wasn't. In the meantime, I saw my doctor, who had been a former barrister, and he informed me if the judge refused the medical certificate, the judge must subpoena him, but no subpoena arrived for my doctor. The court date arrived, and because I could not present evidence, if pleading innocent, I changed to plead guilty on advice of a legal aid that if I pled innocent and found guilty, the penalty may be harsher. So I pled guilty, and ironically, I was then allowed to present my paperwork as my mitigating circumstances. But at court, the media did not have all these facts. And now, forever on Google, my name is synonymous with breaking the law. I have nothing good to say about the police in that town. My husband was up on a domestic violence charge, but when I found out he was so septic or sick at the time and not in his right mind, I, the victim, informed the police of this, but they refused to drop the charge. This same town police extradited wrongly my husband, the one who died, in 2019 to Victoria. Now, to be extradited means the offence is jailable. He was facing 2 charges from 21 years earlier. He served prison time in Melbourne on one charge that, if guilty, could be jailable, but the police had lost the evidence. The second charge was a $300 fine. I lost Rob during that time for 6-7 months. How they got a warrant on no evidence and jailed Rob for about 5 months is a miscarriage of justice. They had no legal right to extradite Rob, and Rob, being an addict, probably shared a needle in jail, and I believe he was also sexually assaulted. 6 months later, he's dead. The growth or colony of staph on his heart was so huge, one believes the origin of infection to be in Victoria. So the police indirectly led to the death of my husband. This is not my first corrupt practice I allege on my behalf of the police. Many years ago, I worked in a prison. I was a whistleblower many times. I got set up. The outcome? A few months jail. Yet years later, I became a Justice of the Peace. Checks were done for that and other government jobs, and I have no criminal history. I just showed you at the beginning of the video 2 pieces of paper to back that up. I don't really want... Sorry, before I go there. Yet every time I go to court on the drug charges, it's in the police history that I have been in jail. I don't really want to talk about my time working at that jail. I was traumatized, and I was a victim of sexual abuse and innuendos and gossip. I was sent to Boggo Road, where another inmate severely physically assaulted me because some other person had stolen her smokes, and cigarettes, being a valuable commodity, sent her insane. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I've been charged before for possession, and that is the only thing that I'm truly guilty of. The point of this video is if the police target you or you are arrested, the media doesn't know the truth. But there's your name all over Google as the bad guy forever, and that's fucking wrong and sad. I am not what 2020 said. It is a lie. But I was forced to lie, and I've explained that in my last video. I was forced to plead guilty. It not only hurts me, it hurts those I love. So if this has happened to you, I'm sorry. I don't know what we can do. My husband's name's still up there. He's dead. Let the dead rest in peace. The internet and Google are good things for research, but they can ruin people's lives. And as I explained in my last video, because I couldn't present paperwork to prove innocence, I just pled guilty and was able to present paperwork. This is unfair. Please do not believe the shit that you see. And thank you for watching again. Good night and goodbye. I've said my piece. Hopefully now I can go to sleep. Bye.